Hello and welcome to Skool News.
So today we're going to talk all about Growth Boost. So a new feature with Growth Boost, as well as how Growth Boost works, some frequently asked questions and answers about Growth Boost, and a little bit more visibility into like the stages of the Growth Boost system. So you just get a good understanding of how it all works, as well as some, Skool of the Week. So first of all, a new feature, the option to bid more for Growth Boost.
Ooh.
So now in your settings, if you go to the Discovery tab and you see Growth Boost on, now there's the option here to, change your bid amount. So by default, it's just 30, give me members, but I keep 70%. Then you can go 40-50, give me more members and I'll go 50-50 with you. Or give me maximum members, 60-70. I'll sacrifice some profit for growth. And I was talking about this with Kirby and some people before. In business, like a game, there's different moves you can make to play the game, right?
Yep.
And one of the most classic moves in business is sacrificing profit for growth,
Yes.
right? Like I've done it a lot. Skool is currently doing it right now. Skool makes no profit because we're trying to grow as much as possible. And it's always a move that's available to you. And this, now you can do this with the slider. And it says here, Skool drives as much traffic as possible based on your efficiency versus other groups. If you want more traffic, you can bid more. So first thing I'll say is if Growth Boost is crushing for you right now, you probably don't need to change anything here, right? However, if you do want more, it'll definitely deliver more, but you might not need to, right? So if it is working and you're happy with it, you don't need to change it, right? If it is working but you want more, then it might help you get more. And if it was working but now it's not, well, this might make it work again. Or if you haven't seen much action from it yet, then this might get things going too. And then down here, important note, changing your Growth Boost percent doesn't apply to existing customers, right? They're grandfathered at the percent they joined at. So if you have a bunch of people in there on 30, when you move it to 40 or 50, it doesn't move the people you've already got. They stay on 30.
It's just new people.
Yes. So that way you can, there might be seasons or something where you want more and seasons where things are going super well for you and you might not need additional help, right? You can kind of move it around. And then I said down here, if nothing is happening, consider starting high and then gradually lowering it once it starts working. And then you can kind of find that optimal position, right? And yeah, again, if things are working and you're happy with it, you don't need to change anything. But bidding more will always give you more. And also it can take some time to see the full impact of the changes. Like it could take days, weeks, for the system to fully recognize this change.
Yep.
So you don't want to be crazy and change it all the time. That's probably not a good idea.
Makes sense. And when you say efficiency, what do you mean by efficiency?
Yeah, so we underlined the word efficiency, and then when you click on it, there's a little explainer. Efficiency is a group's ability to convert visitors into customers and retain them over time. And this is based on a combination of all of these metrics. So your conversion rate, that's your about page conversion rate.
Yep.
And by the way, if you've got a free trial, also the free trial conversion rate, we actually look at something that we call effective conversion rate.
Ooh.
And that is, let's say your conversion rate for your about page is 2%, but your free trial conversion rate's 50%. Your effective conversion rate's 1%.
Makes sense.
So we look at effective conversion rate because it factors everything in, right? Your price, right? And by the way, when we look at price too, we do look at the price, but we actually look at ARPU, average revenue per user, because if you've got tiers, it's the average price that someone will be on, right? And then we look at retention. So that's paid user retention over time. And then your Growth Boost percent, right? And we determine efficiency based off of this, because essentially if we get clicks from Meta or Instagram or whatever, they come to your about page, how many of them convert to becoming a customer, at what price, and then at what retention, and then what percentage cut do we get?
Yes.
And that enables us to basically calculate how long it will take for us to get our money back if we invest in your growth, basically. And the higher your efficiency score, the more traffic Skool will send you.
Nice. So you can either increase your efficiency score by increasing your retention and your conversion rate, or by increasing your growth boost percentage.
Yeah. So this isn't like a normal bidding mechanism where the highest bidder always wins. This isn't that at all, actually. The most efficient group gets the most, but part of the efficiency equation is a growth boost percent.
Makes sense.
But you could make your group twice as efficient by improving your conversion rate or your price or your retention.
Nice. Cool.
And that will also result in you getting more traffic.
Very cool.
So there's two ways to do it. One is the harder way, which you should always try to do all the time. And the other one is like as simple as a slider.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is very cool.
Yeah. So that's this feature. And a little bit of context, like we're spending as much as we can promoting you guys, and it is working. Like we're seeing stories like this all the time. Like this is pinned right now. Avery says, growth boost versus his 100K subs. He started a brand new school. It's $5 a month. And he's been growing it by putting the link in his description. He has 100K subs. And his stats...
yeah, it's that part. 38% of his visitors came from YouTube, but 48% came from the Skool network.
And the biggest thing he's paying attention to is the 10% conversion rate.
Wow.
So, yeah, Skool is... Like, Growth Boost is really working, and people really love it. The problem that it's got right now is for some people, it's not quite working. And for some people, it was working, but now it's faded a little bit, right? And so this, slider feature here will kind of enable it to work for more people, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. And yeah, to spend more on you guys. So we're spending as much as we possibly can, by the way. And we're spending way more than what we actually make. So if you think about how much we actually get from Growth Boost, we are spending so much more than that. It's crazy. So we're going far beyond what we're maxing it out, basically. And to spend more, we need to optimize something called like paybacks. And paybacks is essentially how long does it take if we spend like $100 today promoting your group, how long does it take for us to get that $100 back, right? Now think about it this way. If we start spending $1 million a day on ads, and if our payback, so say 6 months, let's say it takes us 6 months to get our money back, that means that we would have spent a total of $180 million before we break even.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes. So a lot of this is really just down to math.
Yeah.
Like it is all like math. And if you've ever tried growing before, it's like quite hard. And running your own ads is very hard. And we're running your ads and we're only getting 30%, which is extremely hard. So that slider can help basically.
Yes. Skool's spending a lot of money already and it's working, but in order for Skool to spend more money, paybacks need to be shorter, and this slider allows paybacks to be shorter for more people. Makes sense?
And we're also trying to get payback shorter by optimizing things, but that can be a bit slower.
Yep.
Whereas moving that slider can move things really fast.
Yeah, it's literally a slide.
And languages. So Skool is now in Turkish, Japanese, Vietnamese, as well as a whole bunch of other languages. I think we're in a total of like 11 languages now.
Amazing.
And that's all the languages we're going to do for a little bit. Like 11's still pretty good. We supported none like 2 weeks ago. And yeah, we're going to chill on languages for a little bit, wait to see what other ones we might need to support, and then we might support more later. But we're kind of done with languages for a bit. And then reviews roll out. So reviews is going really well. We're collecting a lot of them. I think we're already over 20,000 now.
Wow.
And overall, people are loving it. And we've been A/B testing. So anyone that has 3 or more reviews, we've been splitting 50-50 traffic between reviews and no reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And reviews is winning.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we're going to we're preparing to just release reviews to everyone now. No split test. But before we do that, we need the moderation system that will allow us to flag reviews. It'll also allow users to report them, and it allows us to moderate them, because some reviews aren't really reviews. It might be someone saying something like, how do I cancel?
Yeah.
And so we're going to clean those up before we turn reviews on for everyone.
Nice.
Yeah. So that should all be happening this week. I think by the end of the week, reviews will probably be on for everyone, and also they will be cleaned up if there's any that don't make a lot of sense.
Very cool. Yeah, big features. Reviews, languages, growth
and then
boost.
I think we decided if you have no reviews, we're not going to say no reviews yet.
Nice.
We're just going to say nothing, because we don't want to disadvantage new groups.
Yeah.
So not having reviews is already a little bit of a disadvantage, but saying no reviews yet is like a super disadvantage. Yeah.
I like it.
So now let's move on to how Growth Boost works, because I'm sure a lot of you guys want to know. So to make it work, the first thing you do is you drive traffic to your About page. The more traffic, you want to send all the traffic you can to your About page, right? So you get the link to your About page, you put it everywhere, and yeah. Then you want to link your social profiles to Skool. And we haven't done the best job of explaining this, but basically you can put your social media profile links in your Skool profile. If you go to your user settings, profile, social links, then you can add them there. That's kind of important so that we can see what the audience is like. And you also want to put your Skool link in your bio on all of your social platforms, like on Instagram, on YouTube, on all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And on YouTube, you probably also want to put it in the description, right? Yeah. And you want to talk about your Skool community on your social media and drive traffic to your About page, right? And what this does is it generates stats, right? So you're going to have traffic that's visitors to your About page. You're going to have signups. And after about a month, you'll start to have retention. This is paid user retention. And our system is always calculating, trying to figure out the score of your group. And it notices good stats. That's what it's basically looking for.
Right.
And when it sees good stats, it wants to boost them. And then it comes and boosts as much as possible, right? So everything's about getting some good stats. And all of this stuff here helps you get good stats, right? Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So some Growth Boost FAQ. So you might be thinking my stats are good, but I'm not seeing any ads. I've seen some people say that. I also saw some people saying I was getting a boost, but then it stopped.
Yes, I've seen that.
Now, it's probably one of these problems. So one problem it can be is the stats aren't good enough for ads, right? It might take us too long to get our money back.
Mm-hmm.
If it takes us 2 years or 10 years to get them, we can't, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so in order to make your stats better, you need to drive more traffic, link your socials, and then, look at your numbers and see where you can improve, right? So you can improve your stats, or you can increase your boost percent, which I showed here.
Yep.
If you go from 30 to 60, you double your stats instantly without making a fundamental improvement.
Yeah, which massively increases the likelihood you get more traffic.
And then if you figure out how to get a 2x improvement in efficiency, then you could dial it back and get the same.
Yeah.
So the system rewards good stats, but there's a mechanism to make subpar stats look better.
Yeah,
it doesn't fix, because I remember demoing this to someone and they said, does that mean that just whoever bids the most will win? Not at all. If someone's got a shit group and they go 70,
nothing will happen.
it won't really do anything.
Yeah. Or if you have a good group and you go to 70, you're a crazy maniac who's trying to grow whatever it takes, which I know a lot of people on Skool are, a lot of cool things will happen.
Yeah. So at least you can improve your stats or adjust the boost percent. System hasn't found, another reason could be the system hasn't found and promoted your group yet, right? So, and I'll talk a bit more about this in the growth boost stages, but yeah, it'll explain. Basically, we're testing all the groups through like carousel ads where you're featured with like other groups, right? We're always running that for all the groups, but it's more of like a test and a trickle. It's not like a ton of spend.
Yep.
And then for it to get its own like dedicated campaign, like the system has to find your group and then move it to this stage. And it might not have found it because we just haven't gone through all the groups yet. I know there's still some groups that have good stats that for some reason the system hasn't boosted it yet. Or it could be that the stats are good, but there's just other stats that are better. And so those are taking the priority, right?
Yeah.
Another reason is, if ads were working, but then they stopped, like there is a problem with our growth boost system at the moment where, if you've ever run ads before, after a bit of time, they fatigue and they don't work as well.
Mm-hmm.
And what can happen right now is they fatigue and then the system isn't good at replenishing them fast enough.
Yep.
But also it could mean they were working, but then they dropped below a certain amount. And then again, the boost slider can help with that too, right? So it could be any of these problems. Is this clear?
It's clear.
All right, now growth boost stages, the system. So there's kind of 4 stages to it. And the first one is like not enough data. Like in order to even generate a score for a group, we need at least 100 visitors to the About page and 1 paid sign up in the last 30 days.
Makes sense.
And by the way, this is per traffic source. So like if that's just overall, it doesn't count. You need like 100 visitors and 1 paid sign up from 1 source.
Got it.
That source could be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't have enough data, we still actually promote the group because we want to help you get more data. And that's a carousel ad here.
Which is basically when there's just a bunch of groups in one ad.
Yeah, I'm sure if people have seen the ads, it's... Yeah. Was there a screenshot here? I don't think so. But yeah, this should be your number 1 priority if you don't have at least 100 visitors and 1 paid sign up in the last 30 days. Then you might have enough data, but the stats aren't good enough, right? Like maybe it's like price is too low, conversion rate's too low, churn's too high, right? Or growth boost percent isn't enough to make it work. And so at this stage, you still get carousel ads. So we're still promoting these groups, but it's not a ton. It's just enough so that we can help them get more stats. Yeah.
Nice.
Or to test if their stats have changed. So we want to help people get a score. And then even if their score is bad, we still want to test it to know when they do fix it.
Nice.
Right? So you can kind of think about this as collecting data and getting a score. And then if the stats look good, then the system creates a dedicated campaign. So that's a whole campaign dedicated just to that group with its own spend and 20 plus like custom creatives. So we'll create many different ads, formats, all of that, and give it its own campaign.
The system basically reads the group's About page and uses that to create ads to promote the group.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen these. Like people have been posting about it. And this is where you start to get, 500, $1,000, maybe more a day in spend.
Nice.
Like $1,000 a day in dedicated spend, it's like 30 grand a month, right?
That's a lot.
Yeah. Then great stats. So if the group is just crushing, it moves to what we consider like a partnership campaign, right? And that's basically way more creatives and way more spend. And then we start to clip your social media content and use it in the ads too.
So cool.
This has started happening with some of the best groups on the platform. So and this is why it's important to link your social profiles, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But we then go and look at that social content and we clip it and turn it into ads and then run them. And it works really well.
So cool.
And then these campaigns get 5-10 grand a day in spend. So, that 10 grand a day in spend is like 300 grand a month in spend, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So ultimately, everyone wants to get here, and these are the stages that you kind of have to work through, right?
Nice. Yeah, makes sense. So the summary is like, if you're not getting traffic, you can either put as much traffic to your group as possible, make your group as good as possible, or you can increase the growth boost percentage, or you can do both.
Yeah. If you want something to happen as fast as possible, I would do all of it. And then once it's working, start to dial it back.
Nice.
Because step one should always be just make something work, even if it's not super efficient. And then once it's working, start to optimize it to make it more efficient, right? Yeah. Now,
School of the week.
I don't know if my links are going to work. I'm seeing...
No, School of no week.
Wait, we might have to change. This has happened to me before. I'm going to have to go on my iPhone.
Ooh. This School of the week, I guess we'll just cut this.
Yeah, we'll have to.
I wonder why this happens.
I don't know. It's pretty anticlimactic.
I'll give something for the live viewers. Ooh.
Yeah, it's not working.
We're having a technical error, so this is no School of the week.
Do you think we should do School of the Week or just end this one?
If you can get it to work in the next couple minutes, we should probably do it. Because it'll be at the bottom of the screen. We can also plug my laptop in.
What did I do last time? I forgot.
You restarted it.
Oh, well. Let's just do School of the Week next week. So, yeah, that's it for today. See you later.